All right, we're going to create spirals with our watercolors. We're going to use either warm colors or cool colors. Our warm colors are red, yellow, and orange. So think about the sun, think about fire. Our cool colors are blue, green, purple. Well, you don't have to write that on your paper, but that will just be reference for the video. All right, we're going to take our brush. You're deciding, are you using blue, green, and purple cool colors or red, yellow, orange, warm colors? I'm going to use the cool colors. So I'm going to swirl in a cool color, and I'm going to start doing spirals. Just the tip of my brush all over my paper, and I'll do small ones and big ones. When I need to reload, I can. If you use the whole brush, you're going to get a fat one. So try to use the tip. I'm working with the same color, spirals all over my paper, all the way to the edges. You can even go right off the edges. When you're done with that color, clean your brush. Go ahead and pick another one. These spirals I'm going to put in the white areas, and if some of your spirals go on top of your first spirals, that's okay. You can make some big, some small. Maybe I'll pick up some other purple. Let's see what this purple looks like. I'll do a few of these, and I want to get some greens in there. So the light green, I think I need to spin a little bit more. Once you have all your spirals done, we're going to put this on the drying rack and move on to our next step. All right, now that we're done with our background, we're going to work on our snowman. We're using bingo daubers. Very carefully take the top off. We do not want to squeeze these. When we turn them over, the ink is naturally going to just flow out of there, so there's no need for squeezing. We're going to draw our snowman. We're going to start with the brim of his hat. So towards the top of the paper, I'm going to do the brim, and then I'll do the rectangle above to create his hat. So a straight line. Now 2 vertical lines up. Gonna close up the top. I would like to put a little ribbon, so I can go ahead and make another line, and maybe I want to do a pattern, so I'm going to add a couple vertical lines there. Now below the brim, ooh, mess, I'm going to do 2 eyes. Leave a couple of hot spots. One's bigger than the other, that's not a problem. Now we're going to come out with the nose, just a straight line. Then we'll come back in, curve it, add some more texture to our carrot. We're going to make some dot smiles. Now below that, we can add a scarf. We'll come down with 2 vertical lines, close up the scarf. Do you want to give your scarf a pattern? We can add the tail of the scarf with some tassels, and I'll continue the pattern. Now let's close up the head. So from that brim, we're going to do a curved line to meet the scarf. Curved line, curved line. Did you notice my kohl was kind of going way off on the edge, so I had to go way out and then come back in. So think about that when you're doing yours. Now we're going to add the body. So we'll do a dot at the bottom. we're going to do a curved line out, meet the dot, curved line out, meet the dot. If you want to give your snowman a couple buttons, go for it. Now we're going to add some details later, like the color and the stick arms. So make sure you have everything ready to go. You can go ahead and screw this back on, and we'll get our chalk pastels out. Oh, I forgot to get the rest of this. Let's fill that in. There we go. We have our chalk pastels. These are really soft. I want you to choose a blue one. I have light, medium, dark. We're just going to do a little bit of chalk on one side of our snowman. So not both sides. We're going to create a little shadow right where the snow is. I'm not on my bingo dauber lines. I'm going right around them. I don't need much. This is going to help show form with our snowman. That means it's going to make it look like a three-dimensional sphere and not just a circle. When you're done, you're using one finger to just blend this. So I'll do the edges. Try not to go on that bingo dauber line, and then blend it into our snowman. Careful around those pieces of coal. All right, we're gonna get our watercolors back out and watercolor the rest. I'm gonna start at the top, but I gotta really be careful not to drag my arm through my chalk, or it will smear. I think I'm gonna do a pattern on the brim, so maybe I'll pick up some red, and I'll do an AB pattern. Red, and I think this one will be green, and then this one will be red. Now I can clean my brush, and I can go gather the green. I'll put the green right in there. I'm going to do the same for this scarf. I'm going to make it match red. So I do red, green, red, get my green going. And I'll do the same coming down. Red, green, red. That will be green. And then we'll go ahead and get our carrot nose painted. Try not to go on top of those lines. And we'll go put this on the drying rack. Now we're ready to cut out our snowman. Thumbs up, we're staying on the line. Helper hands turning the paper, taking our time. Watching our fingers, careful of the chalk. We're getting ready to glue our snowman to our background. Gather your glue, dot, dot, dot on the edges. Wait for it to stop dripping. Turn it over with two hands, place it, press it. Now we're going to make some stick arms for our snowman. So I'm going to do a couple little lines. Let me do that with marker so you can see it. So I have my lines widening out, and then I can do a point in. We'll go ahead and cut these out. See how they look? Oh, these are going to be great. Do one more for the other side. All right, that's going to work. If yours is too long, you can always trim it a little bit. But I'm going to place the glue on the side that I see the lines. Because if I do that, then I won't see the lines on my artwork. And I want to hide those, and that's also going to help with my craftsmanship. I'm going to tuck this. You could put it in on top or underneath. You can decide. Maybe this one, I'll see what it looks like underneath. Oh, I like that. Looks like he's kind of turned into the side. And there we have our snowman. We learned about showing form. We used lines. We used shapes, colors, patterns, shading for the form. Wonderful job. Bravo.